So now, a week later, what's the atmosphere like in the main city of Almaty? Our reporter Elena Volochine is there. We can speak to her right now. Elena, tell us a bit about where you are and what it feels like after those dramatic images we saw just a few days ago.
It feels like absolutely normal life here in the center of Almaty, where I am. It was the epicenter of all the unrest that shocked Kazakhstan a few days ago, and it's all the more surprising considering the violence of the events. You saw it, and you said it. There have been reportedly dozens of killed on both sides, on the side of the civilians and on the security forces side. Although the president of the country, Kassym-Jomart Tokayev, does not give any official toll so far about how many people were wounded and how many people were killed. Instead, he just says that there have been a terrorist attack on Kazakhstan, and this terrorist attack was threatening the country, but now it's over, and the Kazakhstani security forces, as well as the Russian military and their allies, have managed to control the situation to put an end at this attack. And this morning, Tokayev was already talking about social measures that he would put in place after the protests. And here in the center of Kazakhstan, in the center, of Almaty, it almost has been back to normal, ordinary life.
Well, as you say, the president has been blaming what he calls terrorists for what unfolded last week. I mean, what does he mean by that? And do we know who is actually responsible for the unrest that we witnessed?
He said it quite precisely. He said that there have been on the third phase. The first one would be the peaceful protest. The second one would be those of attacks on governmental buildings, etc. And the third phase, he said, there will have been terrorists coming from, or at least trained in Afghanistan, in Middle East, and in Central Asia, who plotted for a long time to attack Kazakhstan. And so he did not go further precise to tell which group would be behind these attacks, or who would be the brain or the leader of this movement. This is what is quite surprising here, to hear at this level this kind of accusation without any proof or any more details on who would have led these attacks. Meanwhile, I've been asking local people, do they really believe this version, which sounds quite strange from the outside? And I was quite surprised to hear that many people I've been talking to really believe that, yes, there have been terrorists from the outside who came here to destabilize the situation and to kill people. And the reason of that is, they said they wouldn't believe that local peoples would be damaging their own city so much. And also, they simply just don't know what happened, because they have been stuck in several days without internet, without access to any information. So they take just any information they could receive from official sources and from state TV.
Fascinating reporting. Thanks very much indeed, Elena Volochine, for us there in Almaty, Kazakhstan.